welcome everyone to the Watchlist, your virtual weekly TV guide right here on the Latiners Network. We're going to go over all the shows, documentaries, films released on streaming over the past week, give you our best recommendations or non-recommendations, and also at the end of the show, letting you know what's coming out so you too can create your very own watch list. Joining us is always live from Houston, is Senor Jaime, aka Chewy. What it is, what it was, what it shall be.
When shopping was our fantasy season.
After a little rush start there, just getting started. It's early, week one. Doesn't mean anything.
Means
Injuries.
a lot when you lose your number one pick. Not even playing the snap.
It's fair. It is what it is. But the rest of us will move on happily. That's all I gotta say about that. It could be worse, man. You could be the Dolphins. That being said, not a whole lot. Not a whole lot to get in here. Very few shows this week. There's a bunch coming out over the next 2 weeks. We'll let you know. Stay tuned for that in about 5-6 minutes. We're not going to be around next weekend. We'll not be here, but we'll come back in 2 weeks. And this,
Well, I will. You won't.
His team won't be here either, apparently, his fantasy team. Hello. So, sorry, Chewy. Kick a man when he's down. That said, let's get into a few things. First things up is a movie, Technoboys, this kind of Mexican show. So I gave it a shot for the brethren out there. You gotta support, those were la raza, as they would say. So in here, basically about a boy band trying to recapture, coming back, recapture the glory. It's supposed to be a comedy. I gave it 20 minutes, not a comedy. That was enough said. It's not good. It's just like it's just very disinteresting. It just doesn't work. Hard pass on that. Next one we have Rebuild the Galaxy. It's a Star Wars Lego, of course, on Disney Plus, releasing four episodes, 4 parts, if you will, about 25 minutes a piece. So it's a really easy watch. I actually finished this morning. It's really quick. Chewy on the watch list.
Man, that's a hard buy. Yeah, dude, it's so much fun, dude. It's Legos. You know how I feel about Legos.
True.
It's Star Wars. It's funny.
Well,
it plays on. It is.
It's because it's Star Wars. I mean, it's good. It's just I get the Lego thing, but Star Wars doesn't carry the same clout as it once did.
Well, it makes fun of all the lore, and the main character does a recap of the first trilogy, actually all 3 trilogies, in a very funny way. It's funny. It brings in characters in different roles, different setups. Ewoks here are actually bounty hunters. I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah.
He mixes up the Wookiees with the Ewoks and Return of the Jedi, which again, there's a lot of funny moments here.
Yeah, just kind of
it's very cute.
A new story for those who know the story behind Ewoks and
yes.
and the what do they call it? Chewie's what's the name for them?
The Wookiees.
The Wookiees. I'm sorry. There you go. Yeah, I mean, this one's kind of its own take on everyone's doing multiverse, I guess. So why not these guys, right? So the 2 brothers that are keys on one of them who's force sensitive, I guess. Trying to find more adventure. At least one of them is, and they stumble upon something which causes a rift in the galaxy. Now it's kind of mixed up. All the pieces is a whole new galaxy created. So characters who you know of are now doing different roles, right?
They got Lord Jar Jar.
Yeah, Lord Jar Jar. He's a Jedi. Well, Sith, I guess. Whatever.
Sith Lord,
a lot of characters mix and match. It was pretty cool how they did that. It's cool. It's a fun watch. It definitely is. Yeah, it's fun. It's short. It's almost like the show just done like a movie instead of the show didn't quite make sense, but whatever.
4 episodes or a movie, whatever. It's a movie. It's all
it could have been something like that, but it was funny. It's cool. It's just some of the best Star Wars you're gonna see, and that's a sad statement, to be perfectly honest with you. But like I said, if you know the kind of humor that Lego brings with their stuff, this is in line with that. So I definitely recommend on that end. And the last one we got on FX as Hulu. We got the first 2 episodes dropping of The Old Man, Jeff Bridges, John Lithgow season. It's a long time, a couple years since the last season came out. We both really enjoyed that. It was kind of cut short. We read the story. I think COVID got involved when they were doing it, and also Jeff Bridges was sick at the time, so they couldn't quite finish a full season. So it didn't end great, but they had a reason for it. But it was really cool. It was really still a good show. First 2 episodes dropped for me. Nothing's changed. Still really enjoy it. Really cool kind of spy thriller. And you got Jeff Bridges doing what he does. He's a great actor. So it's Lick out and. Now we're going further into the story with, I guess the daughter of one of the Afghanistan, whatever, terrorists or whatever the case is, and how they're all involved in the twine and getting into that. So I enjoyed it. Very cool. Looking forward to the rest. But yeah, Chewy.
No, so obviously kind of picks up right where we left off season one, and I know it's been a while, so I have to go back to the recap and get familiarize myself with where things are thought because it's been a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But I like how they basically made these two episodes mirrors of each other, right? So it sets up where the old man is, but then it gives us the flip side with the daughter who's been kidnapped at the end of season one by the guy that he was meant to kill but didn't, right? He escaped with his wife. And it leads to it, it gives us two perspectives of the same conclusion, right? So it kind of a cliffhanger, but then it gives us okay, now from her point of view where what she's seeing, right? And kind of over them together. So I thought that was pretty cool, and that was a good way to bring this back together. I'm glad it wasn't a week between these two episodes. I don't think it would have worked, but back to back,
Mm-hmm.
it makes sense.
No, yeah, that's exactly. So now I think they can not really move forward with the story, which is what it looks like
Yes,
it's going to
yes,
do, right? So yeah,
exactly.
so now very, like I said, this is a really cool show. It's one I definitely guys high recommend on Hulu, on no FX, whatever. Same thing, I guess. Or
It's
Disney,
that
you can watch it on Disney Plus, whatever. It's all
yeah.
the same now.
Technically, it is an FX show because it's
Well,
shown on
fair enough. It
not
is FX, sure, but it's on
yeah.
obviously Hulu and all. FX is Fox, which i.e.
Yes, exactly.
it's Disney. So,
Yes.
i.e. Disney Plus, whatever. But yeah, definitely, yes, definitely check this out. Go back to the first season. It's only 7 episodes, the first season, so not a whole lot to catch up on. So definitely, but that's it for, like I said, very easy week. That's really all we got. Next week again, we're not going to talk about these shows, but maybe if something pops off, we would. I know I won't be watching very little of these because I just won't be in town. So I'll let Chewy, let me know if it's something he definitely have to watch or not. So let's start off. We got a lot of stuff starting on the 17th on FX. This is the Aaron Hernandez true story drama on FX Hulu.
The infamous.
Yeah, the infamous. This is one I'm not sure I was excited about just because I know the story. We've seen so many documentaries and things on this subject, whatever.
You're just hating he's a gator, dude. You don't want to be associated with such
he's an
trash.
old-time Gator great, as far as I'm concerned. What happens off the field, it stays off the field. It's like Vegas,
Shame.
But that's coming.
Shame.
That's coming out on Tuesday, on the 22nd. Not the 22nd. I have this wrong.
No, the 18th. You have the
Yeah,
wrong
I
day.
have a wrong day. The 18th on Disney Plus is Agatha. All Along. This is a Disney Plus show. I have it wrong on the screen. Apologies. Agatha All Along, of course, based on the character from WandaVision. It's releasing a series. On a positive note, the review embargo list the day the show releases. Take that information for what it's worth. But I've yet to know show a movie with the embargo list the same day and it'd be good. There's a reason why they don't lift the embargo. This is going to be garbage. But I'll check it out. We all know it's going to be ass. It looks like ass. I don't care what he says. It is what it is.
It's Halloween season.
It looks terrible. Envious on Netflix. Another show coming on the 18th. This is kind of a dramedy, I guess. I don't know. Not sure.
Yes.
True. What's this one about?
I think I just said on my list. I think I'm confusing this with another Mexican show, so I'm not sure. I think it's a drama, but I'm not sure what the premise is.
Yeah, I have read about it, but then I just want to show that I know it was not we're gonna go watch, but that comes out on the 18th. On the 19th, on Netflix, we got Twilight of the Gods. Zack Snyder.
Animated Zack Snyder.
Yeah, Zack Snyder.
Twist
So
on the Greek mythology.
yeah, anime.
We just had live action chaos. Now we get animated, so let's see.
Zack Snyder. So again, hopefully it's not anywhere near as shitty as Rebel Moon,
I'm waiting for the Snyder.
which was really just dog shit. But let's whatever positivity. And on that note, very positive on Max. This is one I'm excited about. We'll be watching this one. It's the Penguin. Of course, Colin Farrell reprising the character from the Batman. Really got some really good reviews over this past week. So it's just a show that lifted its embargo, and that's the results you get.
IGN didn't like the show.
That's a plus. IGN is always the opposite. It's always the opposite. Anything gain. IGN is the fucking worst reviewers in the history. Terrible, terrible, terrible. So when I saw them first, I'm like, I got even more excited. I'm like, this has to be good because they didn't like it. So absolutely. But everyone else seemed to like it. So again, take that for what it's worth. But it looks really good. On the 19th on Netflix, we got Monsters. Of course, there's the Menendez story. The brothers, of course, infamous. It was back in the 90s. I don't remember. It was a while back.
I want to say 80s, but I could
Was
be
it
wrong.
80s? Maybe it was 80s.
I
It was,
think
yeah.
it was 80s.
Yeah, the two brothers.
And the Menendez brothers, they killed their parents and then claimed they were abusive, very well off. Damn, I think was this in California, if I'm not mistaken?
I think it's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, claimed abuse. They were found guilty, and so it's very very gruesome murder to say the least.
Yeah, and then and Netflix has done good with this kind of true story with serial killer ones.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen a few of them. Jeffrey Dahmer being the one that comes to
Yeah,
mind.
definitely that was
Right,
great.
which is really
Yeah.
good. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. That's when I may try to catch that one. Class 95 on Netflix on the 20th.
This is a Colombian telenovela style one, so
So
um,
I guess some girls will start their own modeling company and find out things aren't as easy as it is or whatever.
something to
Some to that effect,
whatever.
yeah. On Apple Plus, we got La Maison. It's a French show on the 20th. So it's kind of a technically the show of I guess I think it's kind of, I don't know, it's like a show or kind of like a drama, not documentary. I read about it's like a behind the scenes of a starting up a fashion company, whatever the case is. I'm not sure if this is based on true events or maybe loosely based on true events. But it's Apple, so who knows? And then the following week we got on MGM. Oops, wrong button again. Is From.
That's right, season
So
three.
6 people out of the 10 who subscribe to are really excited to see this on MGM.
Right.
So good for you guys. Good for you guys. From it's a horror show. On the 24th we got Penelope. It's a YA. This actually premiered at the festival recently. Got some good reviews. A young girl who kind of just doesn't fit into the modern world, so just has to live her life out in the wilderness. That's supposed to be kind of a funny show off the grid. It looks interesting. And then on the 25th on Apple Plus, again dropping another show, Midnight Family. This is a Spanish show, but your family who all works in I guess it's EMTs. If I'm saying that, if I'm not mistaken, they have the ambulance and all that, and it gives kind of medical drama and all that. So maybe looks interesting, I guess. We Were Kings, the next one, 25th. 3 individuals. There's a Mexican show, if I'm not mistaken, in the barrio. Who out of the 3 individuals, one has a tragic ending, so it kind of causes a rift between the other two.
Well, I mean, I don't know if it's a Mexican show, but it takes
I
place
thought it was
in.
Mexican show. Oh, maybe I might be wrong, but
I think you're wrong. I think this one. I mean, it's Mexican descent, but it's not a Mexican show. I don't think it's in Spanish.
I
so,
got you.
yeah.
Okay. Well, it's in Spanish either way, so take it for what it's worth. On the 25th, this one actually looking very.
Ancient way.
I'm very curious about No Mames, and that's Mr. McMahon. Of course, Vince McMahon, the pioneer of modern day, wrestling, if you will, world wrestling entertainment, WWF, WWE, kind of took it to new heights. So he's a very controversial individual, to say least. So I'm sure there's lots to dive in with this guy's character and what he did. Right, and his pluses and minuses, right? He did for the business. I mean, he grew the business. It was basically very regional. He made it bar to the top, right? For a time.
He consolidated all these regional
brought videotape involved
and promotions, talent, brought them all to one room.
Yeah, he made wrestling
for the most part, right? But then obviously in the '90s, and this is where there was a resurgence with the Raw versus Nitro, which was that was probably some of the highlights of our youth.
Yeah. No, that was great. So yeah, there's a lot to dive in with that. So I'm excited about that one. Yeah. And then the 26th, we got Nobody Wants This, a comedy. Kirsten Bell's in this one. I guess she's a podcaster about relationships, and she meets I'll say a rabbi, if I'm not mistaken. So that there's just conflicting the ideologies and the lifestyle, making things complicated. So it looks like it might be fun. I don't know. We'll see. It's Netflix, so it's hit or miss. But that being said, so there's a lot of stuff coming out next couple weeks. A lot of stuff. Not all might be good here. I got a feeling some of these are going to be dog shit. It's going to be Technoboys in there somewhere. I know it. But might be some good stuff too. So you never know. But that being said, we'll reconvene in a couple weeks to talk. There's something that pops off this early week. Chewy let you talk about them. If nothing, we just focus on the second week, of course, with the 5 shows coming out. That said, we'll leave it there. Chewy, I hope you have a much better second week in fantasy. You can't get much worse. To everyone else, enjoy your football, enjoy some of these shows. We'll come back in 2 weeks as always.
I just saw across the news wire, AJ Brown hamstring injury. That sucks.
AJ Brown what?
AJ Brown hamstring.
Figures.
Monday night.
That figures. I got Devontae Smith, so that helps me out in the league. So that being said, it's gonna be a good week. But no, we appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and we'll see you guys in 2 weeks.